Chaps and chappets, welcome back to the next episode of the Road to Glory, of course. In the last episode, we're doing pretty well, but we decided to switch up. How many times I said it? Basically, I think the reason that we actually switched up to this is because I was watching a documentary. Often it's a case that I see something in real football, and then I'll actually decide, let's give it a go in FIFA, and half the time it doesn't go so well. But it was a pretty decent tactic. It was basically Johan Cruyff's diamond formation with three at the back. But the problem is that you can't actually get the formation on Ultimate Team. I think you can get it outside of Ultimate Team, because I was doing career mode and you could use the 3-4-3 diamond with the CDM. It's basically the only difference is between this formation on Ultimate Team, which is the 2 centre mids. You've got the 2 centre mids on Ultimate Team, and then you've got a CDM and a cam basically in replacement of that, which is, it works much better. The basis of like the CDM being there is that he can collect the ball and distribute it out to all the players. But because you've got 2 centre mids there, it doesn't really work in the same way. So the way that I kind of try to counter that and change that is I put one on stay back while attacking. I think I had Nzonzi on the left who I was going to try and almost make him become the CDM. And then I think I had someone else as the other centre mid. But we've basically built a whole other team. This isn't the main team. We haven't sold any of the lads on the main team. But this is just like a side team. Well, hang on, let me just turn off the heater. It is getting sweaty in here. It's a snowstorm, chaps. It's mad. It's absolutely mad out there, to be honest. I'm looking at snow pouring down. My. Also, there is gonna be a cheeky video coming as well. I may or may not have been outside the house. Crazy stuff, crazy talk from your boy. Nonetheless, we're 3-2 up. We're roasting and toasting. I think this is with the team. It's doing well, and that's the thing. We did have the artist chem stars. We're playing a very sort of possession-based game. The problem is though, most of the goals which I'm actually conceding here aren't from him playing well or him breaking down my defense. They're all from errors. Like you saw that goal there to go back to 4-4. And we're making silly mistakes, and I think that is kind of a problem of overdoing it, almost overpassing the ball too much, because at the end of the day, we keep giving away the ball, and he's just countering on us every single time. So we end up going all the way to 5-5. It's a high-scoring game because we are producing a lot of chances. I'm not quite sure what the possession was. I think it was at least 60% on every single game that we played with his team. And also, you have to think, the team's a little bit average. I was thinking this whole time, if we had a better team, it would be sick. But we get back to 6-6. This is absolutely mad. This kind of stuff you'd expect from the start of FIFA. So we go to penalties. It's a big one. It is a big one. I think we're on like 3 losses at this point or something like that. Or maybe even less than that. I think it might be like 2 losses. So at this point, it is sort of a big monumental moment in this weekend league. So at the moment, this lad is taking the L. He missed 1 penalty. Can we get the W? I think we're into sudden death here. He tucks it away. It's up to me. Are we going to tuck it away? Are we going to get the L dished out? Ben Yedder, what the? He's on like 2 stamina. He's literally got nothing left to give. He gives it a nice old swipe. And that's Rip City for the opponent. So we're 9 wins, 29 matches remaining. So we're basically 9 for 2 right now. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad. You know, we'll certainly take it. I mean, compared to other weekend leagues, this is a bit more of a consistent overall weekend league, but not consistent in a good way. It was very much, we were losing games sort of gradually, I guess, because 9 for 2. I think last time we did manage to get like 10-1 or something like that, or maybe even like 14-1, and then we just suddenly lost a heap of games, and we're trying to get some consistency going. Obviously, a whole new different tactic. We ended up switching up the team. We got rid of that team. It was kind of just like it's almost like a free trial. We were using that team to test out the tactic, and then once the tactic was tested out, we basically implemented this tactic for our main team, which is a risky thing to do, to be honest, when I'm just learning the tactic. But I was confident. I don't know, like, there's something about when you see something on a documentary, Johan Cruyff, the legend that he is and all the rest of it. Maybe I just got caught up in it and I just thought, let's try and put this on FIFA. And I think when you have a bit of inspiration, you know, when you actually want to do something, you perhaps play that a little bit better, I think. So we had the momentum. We had some positive energy going into this, especially as I was already on 2 losses, obviously 9-2 or whatever. And I kind of needed... I think the reason I always switch up the tactics as we go 2-0 up here, I think the reason I do switch up the tactics is because I'm just looking for something to give me that bit of energy, because sometimes using the same system again and again when you are taking the L's, it's not that it doesn't work, because I know that the tactic does work, and when you look back at it logically, you just think, why did you switch a tactic? And that's the only reason I can think of, is just sort of a breath of fresh air and make it a bit more enjoyable, because if you're not getting a great record, then you need something to sort of bring you back on track and switch up the flow, you know. So 3-2 up here. I swear we were 2-0 up in this game. We just let that lead slip. I don't even know. But he bangs it there. I'm pretty sure that's Marlos. I think that's like that inform lad. I'm pretty sure somebody said in the YouTube comments he's like an OP inform. I think I looked at his stats. He has like 5-star skill moves. I think 3-star weak foot or something. I still think that Lozano is probably better. Although I've never used him. But it's just the fact that Lozano's got better stamina. He's also got better weak foot. And I don't know. Personally, I'd rather have 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves than 5-star and 3-star weak foot. So, yeah. What are we doing now? I think we're 10... Yeah, 10-2. That's actually pretty decent. I mean, we're getting the W's in. And then we get rewarded some free packs. I think this is actually because of the server issues that EA were having. So they just... I don't know. I honestly don't even know whether that's why we got these free packs. But best believe, EA pack weight, still haven't addressed it like I said in the previous episode. We're getting nothing. We're getting absolutely nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, they are free packs. So you'll take it type thing. But what is that? I mean, we've just been given 3 rares, 2 of them silvers. They must be laughing right now. I think this is the Electrum Players pack as the final pack as well. What do we get? We get an 83 plus... It could be something. What is it? I honestly don't even remember. Spain, Casillas, Rib. Honestly, like, I just saw that and I was thinking, De Gea, please. I genuinely think I've had Casillas like at least 8 times. 8 times I've seen Spain goalkeeper come up. And every time it's just more disappointing, to be honest. It's disgusting. So, getting into a transfer list, we've got some players there to sell. I think Dele Alli didn't sell. Unfortunately, because we are buying and selling the squad so much, I fear that we are actually losing coins, to be honest, instead of gaining coins. Like, if you look at how much coins we've had, I wonder whether it's going to be a downhill chart, even after this reward's upcoming now. So, I think I need to keep to a consistent squad. Lozano, I remember I bought him for 40k. So, no, bought him, no, I think I bought him, yeah, bought him for 40, sold him for 40, and then bought him again. His price went up massively. It was 70k. So we've already lost 30k there. And then obviously EA tags. Why is that even in the game? But we basically switch up to the 4-3-3 tactic, which is kind of what Pep Guardiola has done. So we've moved on from Johan Cruyff to Pep Guardiola, basically. And the difference is with this is that we can actually implement this much better in the game because we've actually got a CDM this time. And Fernandinho, the reason we chose him with a backbone chemistry style on him as well is just to sort of supply the passes. Because the way it's meant to work is the left wing and the right wing are going to be up there. Centre mid's pushing up as well. And basically, like, from the centre backs, there's nobody that's going to be marking the CDM a lot of the time. So he's going to have a lot of free space and free time on the ball where we can just produce some decent passes into the players. And I do think that this is a system that, although this cheap team, it's not the best, but I feel like if you have that sick team, I really feel like this system could work very well because I was able to retain possession incredibly, like, I was just retaining possession for, I'm tempted to say like at least 60% every single game. We go 1-0 up there. We find the space down that left-hand side. I mean, Ousmane Dembele bursting with pace. He's got the skills to pay the bills and all the rest of it as well. I mean, he's just such a sick player. But as you can see, we are giving the ball quite a lot to Fernandinho, playing the triangles, creating the space, sort of dragging the opponent every way that he doesn't want to go. And we're opening up the gaps. I think Cazorla just giving it out wide. Nothing happened from that. But Fernandinho defensively was pretty decent as well. And look at this. Like, so we're giving it out to Fernandinho. He gets out wide. Once more, we've basically created a 2v... If I'd have kept going down that left-hand side, I don't know why I didn't actually, but we could have created basically a 2v1. And you want to create the sort of superiority in numbers, and Van Dijk actually getting forward there. And we somehow get a goal. I have to admit, a little bit lucky, but we created the overload, and that is ultimately what got us the goal in the end. So he's going down this left-hand side. He's trying it. Takes me on. Alaba, what's he doing? Gives it up to your boy Vidal. I think defensively, you could be asking questions there, but actually, we've done pretty well. I was not expecting... I thought that was going to be a goal. That is a decent challenge. Ball over the top. We're quick on the break. And look at that. Gabriel Jesus gives it across to Lozano. So we basically just bring on Lozano and Ousmane Dembele. Usually at like half-time. I really wish I had some better Premier League wingers, to be honest, because I feel like I'm very much relying on these players coming on at half-time. And I don't want to use up 2 substitutions instantly as well. I don't want to feel like that's already pretty much my substitution's gone type thing. So Jesus, lovely. Look at that. Like, that never goes in for your boy. Like, just left-footed shot. Gabriel Jesus tucking it away. And I think the thing is with a driven shot is that it's quite easy to get salty with a driven shot, but it's just a very simple system that works with it. You have to get the power first. I think the first time that you hold down B is when you get the power, then the second time is just to initiate the driven shot. And often I do forget that, and I don't really finish as effectively as I should be. Really nice finish there, but as I say that, Gabriel Jesus tucking it away. The driven finesse shot, that was pretty naughty, I'm not going to lie. So 2-2 at this point. It could go either way. Cazorla coming forward, tucks it away, 3-2. And he really was a sick player. But the problem is with Cazorla is that it's very much a sacrifice. He's very good sort of coming forward. He's not that quick, though. Terribly bad in defense. He's small. And all of these things, they wouldn't matter as much in real life. Like David Silva in Man City, for example. He does, like, it's mainly to do, I think, with how fast the transitions are in this game, of how quick defense turns into attack. Whereas in real life, it's like pressure play is just a completely different board game on FIFA. There's no such thing, I feel like. The pressure play, you can't really lock them in. You can't stop them from producing chances as much. So I don't know, that's the thing. I look up all of these tactics and it's just a very different thing, because stuff like what Liverpool do, I think it's called Gegen pressing or whatever, you can't really do it in the same way. You can't really lock your opponent in, trap them from the defense in the same way, which is annoying, and I really do think that they should change that. And in certain aspects of the game, I just think they should make it more realistic, which is why I'm having so much fun with career mode, to be honest. Because it is, you can lower like the game speed, make it a bit slower, more realistic, as well as also just playing like online friendlies on slow game speed. It just, the gameplay, in terms of the depth of gameplay, the detail, and the how realistic the gameplay is so much better on career mode, to be honest. But I guess that is a part of what Ultimate Team is. It's a very sort of arcadey game mode, but I still feel like there should be some better pressure play, because I feel like I just feel like defensively you're forced to sit off them a bit more than you should be. So nonetheless, I mean, we go 6-5 up there, take the W. It's looking nice. 15 wins out of 20. That's not a bad record, to be honest. This guy absolutely rips me, though. I think we're skipping through a couple games here. Give me the shush celebration. And we do have to finally do what I feel like you just have to do on Ultimate Team. So we get rid of Cazorla. Simply, like I said, he just doesn't have the height. He doesn't have the power and all the rest of it. We put in Choupo-Moting as the centre mid. So we put him, although he's a left mid card, he's still getting half decent chem as a centre mid. And to be honest, I think he's got like 91 dribbling. Slap a dead eye on him. Get decent passing, decent finishing, all the rest of it. He's fast. He's got it all. And he is very much the sort of overpowered, classic sort of meta stat base card. Almost like a Paul Pogba, to be honest, in terms of the stats. Not as good, though, to be honest. But it does work, and he definitely is working much better than Santi Cazorla, especially tracking back and all the rest of it. But we get a goal here. I mean, we literally just open up the defence randomly there. 2-1 up at this point. We're playing some decent football. We're locking him in. To be fair, he couldn't really get out of that. Lozano does well. Gets a shot away, deflected shot. we got a little bit lucky, but we could certainly do without luck. I won't lie. So 3-1 wins. So I think we're 16 wins, 18 matches remaining. It's a bit average, to be honest. And like I was saying earlier, it really is a case of we're not really playing too bad, to be honest. We're not playing too well, but it's very consistent. It's very, like, we're losing at the right points almost anyway. Like, we're losing at a very consistent rate at the moment. It's hard to predict what's going to happen, though. Here's 17 matches remaining. Can we get a decent result? We'll have to wait and see, chaps and chappets. That's going to be the end of the episode. I'll see you all in the next Mbirchy episode. We're going to go through the last 17 games, as well as also opening up the rewards ready for this upcoming week of FUT Champions. My. I'm sick of it. I'm getting roasted. I like my ham and cheese toasties toasted.